Bond has been denied for the Georgia woman accused of tying up a baby in a bag and dumping the newborn in the woods 4 years ago. Karima Jiwani appeared in a courtroom earlier on today. That is where that video is from. Baby India, as the baby has become known, was found in Forsyth County, about an hour northeast of Atlanta, back in 2019, when a neighbor heard the baby crying and called for help. While investigators have not revealed where baby India is now, they say she is doing well. During Jiwani's court appearance, her lawyer told the court that Jiwani suffered from postpartum depression and postpartum psychosis like, quote, millions of other women in the country. I do want to play that hearing for you now, raw and unfiltered.
All right, we'll give them just a second to do what they need to do with the courtroom. As soon as he comes back and lets me know that they are ready, we will address Ms. Jiwani. All right. Deputy, are you ready? You have the courtroom cleared?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Jiwani, there you are. All right, you are here with us on 5 new charges. And let's see, do we have defense counsel? All I see is a black
I'm here, Your Honor.
I can see him.
You can?
Yes.
What is going on with this system today?
I've never
All right.
had Teams.
It works great through the week. On Saturdays, it gives me problems. All right, I'm gonna go out, come back in, see if that fixes the issue like it did for the jail screen, and then we'll get started.
Judge, you're muted.
There we go. You are here with us on 5 new charges. Karima Jiwani, correct?
Yes.
Okay, 5 new charges. Those are as follows. Murder, which is a felony. Cruelty to children in the 1st degree, which is a felony. Reckless abandonment, dumping, biomedical hazard waste, commercial dumping, and aggravated assault, which is a felony. Because of the nature of your charges, well, let me address counsel. I looked at this, and she is charged with homicide, murder, under 1651. The warrant indicates that it is an attempt at a homicide.
Yes.
So,
technically, an attempt murder, Your Honor, is bondable under 17-6-1. Since the alleged victim is still alive, I have a tough time believing that Ms. Penn and the state intended for it to be an actual murder charge, and rather, I'm sure Ms. Penn can clear this up, that it's an attempted murder charge.
That is correct, Judge.
okay. I assume that was that the OCGA 1641, the attempt section, had just been left off the warrant, and it should have included both, but wanted to make sure that I had the correct information in front of me. All right, and I don't believe I told you, reckless abandonment, your 3rd charge is a felony, and the illegal dumping, that is also a felony. What's the state's recommendation?
Well, Judge, according to the schedule, an attempted crime is half of what the bond will be for the completed crime, and in this case, since the completed crime would be bondable only before a superior court judge, I would ask that the defendant be held without bond on that at this time. As the court's aware, the case has just happened. I anticipate that it will be assigned to a judge early next week. The defendant has counsel, and he can file the appropriate motions, including one for bond, to get this in front of a superior court judge. But given the serious nature of the case, it is a 30-year maximum. The fact that this defendant has connections in other states, including Texas and Ohio, I think that there is a risk of flight. There are also 4 individuals who are witnesses or potential witnesses, all of whom are family members of this defendant living in the home. So I'm concerned about the risk of intimidation and would ask that she be held without bond at this time.
All right, counsel for the defendant.
Your Honor, she has no criminal history of any kind. She's 40 years old. She is a homeowner in Forsyth County. She has a husband and 3 minor children. She's a stay-at-home mom of those 3 kids. And while I understand why the state brought these charges, this woman, if the court is aware of the facts in this case, has some understanding of the facts, this woman suffered from postpartum depression and postpartum psychosis. And there's going to be, and there are, extensive medical records to demonstrate that and ultimately expert testimony to prove that. This is a condition, quite frankly, that society and the courts should treat as a mental health issue, not as a criminal prosecution. But I understand the state has discretion and has brought criminal charges. But this woman has no criminal history, Your Honor. She's not a flight risk. She's never committed a crime before. She's a homeowner in the county. She's married with 3 kids. She went through what millions of women in this country go through, which is postpartum depression and then ultimately, unfortunately, postpartum psychosis. And, the state's evidence is based on largely DNA. I mean, they're essentially proving that she dumped an infant child in someone else's backyard and abandoned it. And I understand that's serious, but these are bondable charges, and certainly she's not a risk of intimidating anyone that would affect the state's ability to prove its case. She just wants to be at home with her husband and 3 kids. Her husband, she has other significant ties to the community. Her extended family all lives in Gwinnett and Forsyth County. They have multiple businesses. Quite frankly, she has no independent economic means. Her family, who's retained me, they own multiple successful restaurants in both counties, and she would not be a flight risk or a risk of committing any felony of any kind. She's got no criminal history of any kind. So a substantial bond of $100,000 along with a GPS ankle monitor and house arrest would ensure all of the necessary conditions that IELTA requires. And quite frankly, given the evidence of her mental health state at the time, I don't see how she could possibly be at risk of intimidating anyone or a flight risk. So we would ask for bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, may I respond?
Okay.
I would take issue with some of Mr. App's assertion as to what the evidence is. Currently, at this time, there is no evidence to suggest that the defendant was suffering from any kind of psychosis, and postpartum depression, by its very name, its definition, implies that it takes place after. This woman actually delivered this baby and dumped it on the side of the road within 12 to 30 hours, I anticipate the evidence will show, after this child was born. Yes, we do rely on DNA evidence to prove that, in fact, this defendant is the mother of this baby, but we have corroborative evidence as well, including the defendant's own statements that were made during the interview in this case. It was not someone's backyard. It was on the side of the road. There is no indication that this child was left for anyone else to find. And by the defendant's own statement during the interview, this was a child that she tried to kill. That was certainly her intent. I think all of this can and will be developed at a future date that both Mr. Abt and I will be back in court on this. We'll be having conversations about it. But given the serious nature of these charges, the fact that this defendant does have resources, you know, as Mr. Abt has indicated, that the family is of some means. They have been able to retain counsel. There is family, both hers and her husband's, as I've been told, who live in Texas. There is a family member in Ohio that certainly, you know, she has somewhere else to go and someone else who can fund that. And given what this case is at this time, again, I think there is a risk of flight, and the fact that her husband, her mother-in-law, and at least 2 of her children who live in the home are witnesses in this case, or very well could be, and she's going to go right back there, that there is a risk of intimidation. So I would ask that she be held without bond at this time.
Judge, can you still hear us?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. All right. I do have some grave concerns about the defendant leaving the jurisdiction of the court, fleeing the jurisdiction, and this situation being of a familial nature, having, even if it's not in the way that we typically think of as intimidating witnesses, influencing those witnesses that she would be returning home to if I were to set bond in this case. Also, it's very concerning that this happened, 4 years ago? 4 years ago. So at this point in time, I am going to find that the defendant poses a significant risk in fleeing, and that the defendant is a significant risk of intimidating witnesses or otherwise obstructing the administration of justice. So I will deny the bond at this point in time. Of course, there is an opportunity to be heard at the committal hearing if the appropriate motions are filed, and then of course, once this is in Superior Court and assigned to a Superior Court judge, then there are other options for the defendant to request bond at that point in time. So at this point, the defendant's bond would be denied. Do you have any questions for me, ma'am?
Ms. Jiwani, we'll come see you. You don't say anything, please.
Okay. All right.
Judge, will this be on that June 13th preliminary hearing calendar?
It will.
Okay.
Yes, it will. Committal hearing will be June 13th at 1:30 p.m. If you'll contact our office, you can make sure that that's scheduled. We schedule those because we do those virtually, so you'll just need to contact Connie Griffith in my office, and we'll get you a time slot on that calendar.
I'm actually on leave during that time, but I'll have another attorney from my office attend, or we'll send a conflict.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. I mean, if you are going to be on leave during that point in time, then it would be 2 weeks later is our next committal hearing. If you want to do it personally, you just need to let Connie know. Okay. All right. Anything further from the state or defense?
Not from the state, Judge.
Okay. All right.
Nothing from the defense.
All right.
Good to see you all.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. Court will be adjourned.
Thank you.
All right, so bond denied by the judge for that suspect. Again, she is accused of leaving the baby, now known as Baby India. They are in the woods in Forsyth County, Georgia, back in 2019. Investigators not saying where Baby India is now, but saying that she is healthy and happy there.